please?
Is that the time? You've lost weight.
Let's start the show! Really, no, too kind, too kind. Welcome all. That was a look back at some of my favourite cold opens from the series. What a series it's been. So many extraordinary guests on the sofa. And how happy was I to see this face? Miriam, now, I'm guessing you don't sugarcoat things. Do you get starstruck when you meet people?
I do sometimes. I remember when I was young, and I met Laurence Olivier.
Wow.
That was... I used to collect autographs at the stage door, you know, and he came out, and I remember so distinctly that I started to cream in my knickers. I could feel it. I could actually... I went all covered. That is true. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
Wherever we thought that story was going. That isn't it.
I honestly don't think I've ever been more uncomfortable in my life. I think that's the worst moment of my life.
Oh, dear.
Well, it can only get better. So.
Well, that's a lovely story, Miriam. Thank you for sharing. I think that's in the compilation. That's great. Have you been at the Oscars?
You're going to say, have you got an Oscar?
Yeah, have you, David?
I think so. I'm not sure. I'll have to check when I get home.
What is the theme of this show if you don't have one?
I've probably got one.
Because it looks like they're pretty easy to get, David.
Yeah.
Have you been, though? Have you been?
Of course I haven't been. Why would I go to the Oscars?
Because,
It's great, isn't it?
It is a great
It's so fun.
You get all that great free stuff. Chat with Jane Fonda.
And I got to tell you, whatever, even if you just went for a short film, they treat you, you know, so...
Did you get the gift basket with all the goodies?
It was actually before I was born that you were there. 1995?
Yeah. We were booked on economy to come back to London, because obviously we'd done this off our own back. And I thought, if I turn up at the airport, at Los Angeles airport, and place my Oscar, surely I'll get upgraded. I didn't. And we were put in economy. It was great. We handed everybody in economy held up the Oscar.
Oh,
it was like a night at the opera. You know, it was like all the people in the Titanic underneath. All the poor people waving an Oscar. It was great.
We've enjoyed the Oscar chat, but let's talk about that.
Have you ever won anything? A bicycling company?
I did, yeah. But the people coming up to you now, like, because apparently Americans are very, well, you know, they're not shy Americans.
No. But I don't go anywhere, really, where they can get at me. It's usually in museums and art galleries and things, so that limits things. I keep away from there, and Harrods I don't go near.
So are you, in a way, sort of glad that Downton's over?
Oh, yeah. No, I really am. No, because, honestly, she was about... By the time I finished, she must have been 110. So I couldn't go on and on and on. I couldn't. It just didn't make sense.
Have you ever watched Downton? No.
I've got the box set.
Now, the thing is, it's so unusual to have two such young Oscar winners. You know, this is normally something that happens
That's why
later.
we're friends.
Yeah. You're part of an elite club. But the other thing you share is quite short-lived careers in modelling.
Oh, I thought you just said short-lived careers.
Wow.
I was like, oh.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
So, So, because you... Now, what was your big break? Was it Vogue, Esquire?
I think all of the above.
Talk about modeling. Talk about it.
Or was it, in fact...
You want me to talk about my modeling?
No,
I think he's about to talk about my modeling.
yeah,
my
no,
God, do you have
because... No, yes, because... Look at these. Like, it's hard to make a jumper sexy.
True that.
But
Jumper, sorry.
I think he's managed it. Has wool ever looked hotter?
I mean, seriously.
Here's the thing. Your sweater has eyeballs.
That was a high point. But I think
my
you can actually
God.
still buy that, and it's the point of that is you can learn to knit it yourself. So you guys can take one of those home and knit it yourself.
Right, so I can buy the sweater, and then I have to do it myself.
Yeah.
Because you
don't have my pictures.
No, I
Yes,
don't,
you
because...
And I'll tell you why.
Yes, tell us why, because it's really amazing job
I
to
was
get.
an Abercrombie model.
Get in.
Abercrombie & Fitch, ladies and gentlemen, yeah.
Don't make your hoots. Wait till we get to the story.
We have the hoots.
So my pictures never came out. I did like the whole campaign, and the pictures never came out, and I didn't know why. And my agent wrote and asked why, and they literally only responded with the photos. Because they their whole idea was we want real people. So they, they got, I don't know, we were on a beach, and then they threw us a football, and they're like, play football. And all the other models were playing football in a pretty way, and not me. All of the photos, I've got a red face, covered in sweat, my nostrils are flared. I'm like, no! And at one point a girl yelled, just get her away from me. So, well, you won't see them in a store, that's for sure.
Obviously, everyone's very excited that Matt Damon is here, but in certain parts of the audience and the audience at home, there might be some disappointment. Because people were perhaps hoping that they would be seeing Matt Damon and his ponytail. The ponytail, it caused quite the sensation this summer, the ponytail, Matt Damon and his ponytail. When did it go?
Well, I had it, I did a movie in China, and so I was there for about 5 months with that thing, and then we did a press conference at the very end. With that thing. No, it was, it was
Was
hair
it real?
It was hair extensions.
Because Matt Damon's ponytail, it ended up with its own Twitter account. Do you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it had its own Twitter account. But also, people really appreciated that ponytail on Twitter. I don't know if you saw any of his tweets. We found some of the tweets that people... So, Matt Damon with a man bun. Hashtag lady boner. They get worse. You think you have a basic understanding of the world, then you see Matt Damon's ponytail and nothing makes sense anymore. This one's quite extreme. Matt Damon has a ponytail, and if ever puts in a top knot, I think my ovaries might explode. So never put it in a top knot.
I won't do that.
And who knows what this last one means? Matt Damon, I will use your ponytail to steer while you dine upon my lady sandwich. She's really thought it through. She is.
A lady sandwich. That's a charming thing.
I just like the use of the word steer. Steer. Left a bit, right a bit. That's it.
Then back. You got it.
Trained sheepdog to steer. Holding steady, holding steady. Docking. And of course, Ryan married beautiful Blake, sexiest man in the world, all those things.
Oh,
And yet...
She is the sexiest man in the world.
Yeah. You've done well there.
That's a good shot right there.
Yeah.
Look at
you. Look at you just.
Beautiful and happy.
Yeah.
So annoying.
Yeah.
No, but to cheer us up, when you started kind of being interested in girls, you weren't as that cool or smooth with it.
No.
No.
No, not at all. I was,
I don't believe it.
No, I went through puberty at 27. Really? It was a freak thing. Yeah, it was not good. Yeah.
Who's the girl in school? The first girl.
Well, I was obsessed with this girl, Fiona Gorczynski, who she used to take the bus the opposite way of my actual home, and I would get on the bus just to sit next to her for 45 minutes the wrong way.
There's something wonderful about that.
There was something wonderful. Yeah,
I'm moronic.
I love it when you're young, it's so cute. When you're older, it's just stalking. You're on some kind of watch list. And but I remember when I couldn't have been more than, 11 years old, and I was just about to get off the bus because enough is enough. I'm about to enter Seattle or something. So I was starting to get off the bus, and I decided to kind of hit her with this cool look or something, one of these real sort of Don Johnson, Miami Vice kind of things.
Let me feel it.
Right? You feel that?
Yeah, I threw up in my mouth.
I do this move as I'm getting down off the bus, and I sort of delay a little too long, and the bus doors close on my backpack. On my backpack. And the bus just starts to leave. I'm sort of like doing this like banging on the side of the bus. The bus driver finally stops, opens the door, releases my, idiot backpack, and I could never look at her again. Yeah. Yeah, that was terrible. Yeah.
Well, she's looking at you now.
Yeah, she sure is.
Nicole Kidman, you had an adorable name when you were little. A sort of pet name. Unless I'm wrong. No. If I'm wrong, weren't you called... Is it... I don't know how you call it. Is it Hukulani?
Oh, no, that's not my pet name. That's my Hawaiian name.
Oh,
I
do forgive me.
Yeah, because I was born in Hawaii.
Oh, so does everyone get an Hawaiian name if you're born in Hawaii?
No, but I did.
Okay.
Hokulani. What does it mean? It means heavenly star.
But slightly undermines it when you explain where your parents got the name.
From the Honolulu Zoo, there was a baby... the baby elephant that was born at the same time as me was called Hokulani.
Now, actually, so we read about it, so we Googled it. There was a picture.
Oh, no.
This is a picture of Hukulani, the elephant. Oh. See?
See the similarity?
Star.
My twin.
It's the owl's nose. No, stop that now. That isn't what I meant. Okay. But so we were in the office, and kind of elephants live. Yeah. Elephants live, and I thought, I wonder what happened.
That's amazing.
I wonder what happened. I wonder what happened.
Is that really the? And you've got him.
Wouldn't it be amazing if we had Hukulani out back? So we emailed Honolulu Zoo and said, remember Hukulani? What happened to the Hukulani? And very kindly, someone, I think her name's Barbara, she found time to email back. Aloha, because that's what you say.
No, it's not aloha.
What is it?
Aloha.
Aloha.
Ah.
Hokulani.
Yes, aloha.
Hokulani.
Oh.
Barbara writes, I am sorry to say that Hokulani died at the Honolulu Zoo on November the 13th, 1970.
Oh.
1970. Now, you would think, busy running a zoo, I'll stop my email there. That's all they wanted to know. Yeah. No, Barbara continues. She was found dead in the moat of her exhibit. It goes on.
This is awful.
I know. No. So, but this was in 1970, and Barbara remembers it like it was yesterday. She was found in the moat. It was speculated that she was pushed in by another young elephant, jealous of the mothering attention she was receiving from an older female. I wish there was a more warm and fuzzy angle to this story. Good luck with your interview. Now, the weird thing is, Ice Cube, we could be related. Because, apparently, there's some Irish stock in your past.
No. I mean, it could be. You never know.
No, but you have an Irish name.
Do I?
No shade.
Oh, no shade. It's an Irish name.
It couldn't be more Irish. Has no one told you that till now?
No. I've been told. But, I think my mother just liked the name.
Okay, because it's your Christian name.
It's my... Yeah, I think.
Listen, let me educate you something. Black people are notorious for picking things that they saw one day and say, that's my baby name. That's all that was. That's all that was, Grandma. It was nothing. There's no amazing story behind it. People would love to tell you, yes, it actually came from an Irish forefather that did it. That's not the case. His mother was reading the paper, and she was eating some cereal, and somebody in the back said, oh, Shay. She said, that'd be a good name.
So, when you tour now, do you still do the thing of booking hotels under ridiculous names?
Yes, I do.
Oh, yeah. So tell us some of the names you've chosen over the years.
Sir Binky Poodle Clip. There was one called Fanny Beaver Snatch Clip. Which the hotel operator wouldn't use. And Sir Horace Pussy. And in Las Vegas, I'm usually, because I'm at Caesars, I'm Judas Fart.
Judas Fart? No, I didn't. No. I get it.
Yeah, man.
I get it. Does Horace Pussy mean something when you put it all together?
Sir Horace Pussy?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything.
Oh, no, there's Judas Fart. I thought maybe Sir Horace Pussy.
Yeah. My mother had to ring and ask for Sir Horace Pussy, and she's like, I can't believe you asked me to bring Sir Horace Pussy.
Did she do it?
She did, yeah. There was one in the Ritz Hotel in Paris where they had special stationery made out. So, yes, it's fun. It's when you go on the road, it's so boring, you have to do something to make yourself cheerful.
Yeah, to amuse it. So every time they ring the room...
I was the Marquis of Minge. That was I was. And I've got it sent for the visit of the Marquis of Minge. I've still got it. And they made the writing paper up.
You are the real deal. Growing up, you were, the jock Kurt, you were the sportsman, all of that. But I have to say, you are on the couch with kind of Nerd Central. What? Well, no, I'm not going to... No.
Well, yeah.
Tina Fey, you do a lot of material about growing up a nerd, but you really were a nerd.
Yeah. No, I really was, yeah.
And we've got photographic evidence.
There you go. This will prove it.
Whoa. How did...
I would say that haircut was done by folding my face in half. Worst haircut of all time. The guy from Spinal Tap.
Who did it?
My mom used to take me to a haircutting school because you could get literally a $2 haircut. And yeah, that.
You were the guinea pig.
And the sign outside the school said London, Paris, Upper Darby.
And you've talked about your late blossoming, your sort of sexual awakening.
Thank you for bringing that up. I was wanting to make sure everyone knew. I was a late starter, and yeah, for sure. I probably didn't see a penis until I was at least 20, and that was probably a medical journal. So to see a healthy penis well into my late 20s. No, it's not modeled. It's fine.
Oh.
It's still horrible looking.
But you this is so weird to be talking to someone.
Yeah.
You did
Look at my body language.
You did develop physically quite early.
Again, thank you. Yeah, no, I think because you must have read this in Bossy Pants.
Yeah.
I did. I was, wearing, bless my heart, that haircut and like a bra. I remember my mom taking me to JCPenney and trying a bra on over my clothes in the middle of JCPenney.
Thanks, Mom.
And just being like, no, mommy, no. No, it's like there's no turning back. Yeah, so I was probably like 10.
10?
Literally at the same time, like 1980, the same time that Kurt was scaring men in the streets of St. Louis, I was like, now smash cut to a JCPenney in Philadelphia. No, Mommy, no.
And I suppose I have to ask you, David, because we're in the midst of all this Star Wars stuff. Star Wars, big fan?
Of course. I mean, when I was 10 years old, Princess Leia was always, for me, what can I say?
How many times a day?
I said 10 years old. Oh.
There were three films. But your boys went to see the premiere.
Yeah, they both came back and was raving about it and said it was really incredible, so they had a good time.
You know what would make your kids really jealous?
What's that?
Is if you just posed with a lightsaber with Finn.
That would actually make them very jealous.
Do it. I've got one in Manchester United red.
Oh.
Where is it? Here. No, I really do. Where's the blue one again? Okay, there's the blue one. And actually, now here's the thing, because you're in the new King Arthur film?
I am, just a small part, yeah.
Have you done some sword training?
I have done some sword
training. Okay, well, we're looking for some... no, look at him. Look at this. Okay. You get that to work.
Yeah. I'm moving well out of the way.
No, can we not kill Kylie? That's all I ask.
Be very kind.
Now, so basically, to turn this on, you push that thing, that one up, okay? There we go. Oh. You've gone off.
David Beckham!
You've gone off.
You have met your match. I just wanted to meet you, mate.
Now, here's the thing. If people want a picture of Daniel, and, you think, I'm never going to meet Daniel Radcliffe, don't worry. Because, have you seen this? You like the internet. Have you seen this thing on Reddit?
I've been made aware of this, I think, this thing. Was this time-travelling thing?
Yeah, the Daniel Radcliffe time traveller.
Yeah.
So what it is people post old photographs, and then you have to scan them very carefully to see if you can manage to spot who in the photograph looks like Daniel Radcliffe. So, can you spot Daniel Radcliffe time traveller in this picture? Yeah! Yeah, got him! The next one's easier because there are 3 people. Can you see which of the 3 people is Daniel Radcliffe time traveller?
That's really like you, man. Like, it really is. Like, when
That
I see,
is
like,
you!
pictures of me, particularly when I was younger, like, that's very, very, very close down.
If Daniel Radcliffe ever went on Who Do You Think You Are, at some point, surely this photograph will come up. Why were you in prison, Chris Hemsworth?
Well, that's the question that you start the show with.
No, it was research. I did a movie about a guy. It was research.
I'm in for research.
Well, I go to prison. So, no, I was researching a film. And we had to go in and basically see what the inside of a prison looked like and speak with prisoners who were willing to talk to us. And I walked in and I remember thinking, and I had my ponytail, long blonde hair, and I had a hat on. And the wardens...
I think Lily knows where this is going.
So I spent the night. And the warden said, you can't wear your hat and so on. And I said, oh, OK, no worries. And I thought, oh, shit, they're gonna know who I am. Then I thought, oh, no, they don't get Thor in here. They're not going to watch movies. And I don't know, I've never been to prison. So I assumed that. And the moment I started walking through the cells, and it's like 8 block of this thing, and it's all just kind of, the, you know, cell upon cell and so on. And I just start getting heckled. And it's like, yo, Thor's here, man. Yo, Thor's here, Thor! Where's your hammer, man? And I'm trying to, like, blend in and, you know, research. And just getting heckled left and right about, you know, come spend some time in my cell, baby! I got my long hair.
You'll do. But now, also, Chris, it's quite nice that we sat beside Dawn, because then it's like being at home sitting on the sofa.
With the hair and everything. I mean...
It is the same, because, yes.
Well, I think I had the hair first, I have to say. I'm quite a lot older than his Dawn.
Dawn O'Porter, your wife?
Yes.
Oh, that's her there now.
Yeah.
It is the same hair.
Now look at us. Quite similar.
It is very similar.
This is what you're going to be looking at in another 20 years' time.
Oh.
This is it.
I'll be on wife 3 by then.
She feels so special.
But Dawn might move on because... other Dawn.
Yeah.
Because she likes meeting men, it seems, even in your presence, Chris.
No. Oh, yeah, she does.
She does?
She does. Well, like anybody would. We've had a couple of things where, So, we met Brad Pitt, right?
See?
At the BAFTAs, I think it was. He came over and he was... we were having a chat about something or other, and he was very nice, and I introduced him to Dawn, and they shook hands, and then we kind of kept on talking, and then he started talking to somebody else or whatever. And then after a while, I looked down, and I realised that she was still holding 2 of his fingers. And I was like, we better go to our seats. And she's like, OK. And she said, 41 seconds. I said, what? That's how long I held him for. And then a couple of weeks after that, we went for some other kind of awards dinner, and Bradley Cooper was there. Very nice guy, very kind of personable. Yeah, it's a Who. That's how attractive he is. And we were leaving, and she was getting her phone out of her bag, and I noticed something sparkling in it. And I realised that she had stolen his fork. Now, she said that she was going to auction it for charity or something. But every now and again at home, I see her eating with it. It's hard to feel like a sex symbol when your wife is using another man's cutlery.
So she only managed, with Brad Pitt, she only managed to hold on to his fingers, though, did she?
That's right.
So hands up, everybody here who's actually been kissed on the lips by Brad Pitt.
Whoa.
I was just going to do. Now, Kathy, you don't, and Michael, obviously married 15 years.
Wow.
And people, you know, couples, when they be together, like, they have little rituals and ways to keep the relationship fresh. But you have one involving golf, is this right?
Yeah.
That old thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty
I don't
good.
think I can handle this emotionally.
I can kick his ass in golf if I say so.
Okay. But don't you make these bets when you're playing golf?
Yeah, if he duffs a shot and can't get his ball over the lady's tee, he has to take his pants off. Or drop them.
On the pitch. On the
pitch?
You're worse than I am. Even I know that.
On the course.
On the course, yeah.
Yeah.
It's pitch and putt.
Crazy golf.
Yeah. But expose himself in some way, yeah.
How does he do
It's
it?
not just my husband, it's any man I play with.
Questions too.
No, he doesn't have a question. He was volunteering to play golf.
Just drop him on the course. What are paparazzi doing all day?
No, there has been an issue with paparazzi, but I made him go into the bushes and drop his pants.
Oh.
A deal is a deal.
And now, Will, you and Jada, you're kind of, real kind of Hollywood couple, sort of power couple now. Married 18 years.
That's my wife.
Still interested. Look at that.
Are you looking at his boobs?
That's not a good... That picture, why did you do that? I'm looking at her like food. I'm like I'm still breastfeeding. It's a good thing that's my wife.
So, selfie, the whole selfie thing, it's really, selfies are everywhere and everyone takes selfies. Now, there is a new sort of selfie. Are you aware of this thing, nutscaping?
No, but I can't wait.
No, what's that?
Do you know what nutscaping is?
No.
Okay, so what you do is you're oot in a boot and you see just a wonder of nature, beautiful scenery, a landscape as 'twere,
Yeah.
and then you nutscape it.
Get your nuts out.
Yeah, you drop your testicles into the picture. So, a picture paints 1,000 words. This is the website, Nutscape. So, that's it right there. That's essentially it.
Am I crazy? That's one nut.
No,
Well,
that's
no.
2 nuts.
Oh, that's 2 nuts?
They are outside.
Okay.
They are outside. A lot of them's
Two
quite
becomes
chilly.
one. Yeah.
Look at that. I mean,
That's not a nut. That's an eclipse.
right, that's the same.
Oh,
Look off to the
creepy
side
little
there.
left. With the hair.
That's very odd. Oh, look at that little one.
That's not a nut. That's a bubble.
I don't know. Now this. I love that.
Get that checked.
There's
There's something wrong with
Look
that
at the
nut.
shadow it's making over the...
That's amazing.
Where's my favourite one? Oh, look at the hair on that one. Look, there's cows. What do we know? Cows. Where's my favourite one? My favourite one is so beautiful. It's incredibly artistic. Check that out. Wow. That's your nutscape right there. It's beautiful. And now, Mark Wahlberg, you had an extraordinary gig a few months ago.
Oh, with the Pope.
Yeah. You hosted the Pope.
Yes, I did.
Did the Pope recognize you?
No. He hasn't watched television since the mid-'80s. Except he does love the Graham Norton show, and he's going to be appalled at your language. I already apologized for my language in the movies that I've done. I didn't know if he was a movie fan or not, and I was hugging this young boy who has an amazing voice. I mean, really a gift from God, and all of a sudden, he comes out and goes, I really loved you in Ted. I said, this kid's like 10, 11 years old. I said, that's inappropriate for you to watch that. And then I had to apologize and explain myself.
And did you hang out in any sense?
No, we had a brief encounter, was able to say hello, and we exchanged some pleasantries, and that was pretty much it. I've met presidents. I've never seen so many people from all walks of life. 2 million people were at this event to come to see, just to get a glimpse of this man.
Wow.
And he was on the move. Originally, he was going to leave, and they started basically cutting bits of the show as we were going. I'm hosting the show, so they're telling me, well, this is going and that's going. But then, what is his name? That wonderful singer. Tony Bennett? No.
Josh Groban.
No.
Placido Domingo.
Harry from One Direction. You're making making me make it harder to remember. Sorry.
What kind of music?
Opera. He's a wonderful gentleman. He has a problem with his eyes.
Andrea Bocelli.
Yes. Why don't I
Problem with his eyes. He's blind, kept bumping into things. He's a problem.
Yeah. So anyway, then the Pope decided to stay, and then Bocelli kept going and singing more and more songs, and then they had a moment together
Because he couldn't see the signal to stop.
That's what the lady was doing. She was like, I thought she was. We're good. I thought she was. The Pope left.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, 50 Cent, the musician, has returned to us. You're back. Yes, you are. Now, the track on the new album called Nine Shots, it goes back to an early kind of terrible experience in your life. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with this story of what happened, it's amazing. Go.
Well,
No pressure or anything.
I got, shot 9 times, but it was one time. So, and I just didn't see the person coming, or I would have avoided it.
Yes, you would.
This happened, and I was trying to write a song conceptually that would define more of who I am. So I wrote 9 shots and just picked 9 painful moments that I experienced in my life and used the shot as a metaphor.
But the 9...
Where were you shot? Where?
Like in front of my grandmother's house.
But where on your body?
That's like being in the doctor's office, isn't it?
I got hit most of them in the legs. I got hit in my hand and I got hit in the face. So like the fragment portion of it is in my tongue. So it kind of changed the way I speak a little bit. Like.
And you're rapping as well.
Yeah.
What is it still in your tongue?
Can you see it?
Yeah, it's great for oral sex.
Is it?
Oh, right. Okay. I didn't hear that.
Make sure you keep that bit in the show.
Yeah. Let me just make a note of that. Yeah.
I'm a better man now.
But is it like a lump? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Let's have a feel, 50. I've washed my hands.
Make sure oral sex, and then you gotta put your finger in my mouth, huh?
Oh, no, stop it. Oh, I better not, had I?
No, go have a look. Have a look. See if you can
Just have a look.
No, I need a napkin. I need a napkin.
Has anyone got a tissue?
Anyone got a tissue? A clean one.
Oh, look, these ladies. Thank you very much. Oh, look, they're in the, look, they're still hermetically sealed. Thank you very much. There they go. Lovely.
Wow, like, how were you prepared? Did someone tell you to come with this? How did that happen? What's the odds of that? You'd be sitting in the front row with this.
Yeah, exactly.
Who does this kind of stuff, right?
It only happens on this programme, honestly. Oh, yeah, I can feel it.
I know whole pages of heat.
You surprised me.
So there's a scene in the middle of the film, which you'll be familiar with. You were there.
The one person you don't need to explain it to.
He remembers.
You're very good in this.
He remembers. There's a scene in the middle of the film, which is because Al Pacino and Robert De Niro. Sorry about this. They're separated, like a great thriller. They're separated for the entire film, and they meet twice, once at the end and once in the middle. And it takes place at a restaurant in LA. It's a great scene. It's one of the great pieces of screen acting you can hope to watch. There it is. There's a picture of it. It's like it's a mutual recognition of each other. Anyway, so there's a bit where they sit and have coffee and have tea and talk about stuff. I'm going on. I apologize. Anyway, so Al Pacino at one point, Al Pacino says this. He goes, so. We're sitting here like a couple of regular fellas. I mean, you do what you do, I do what I gotta do. If I'm there and I gotta put you away, I won't like it. But if it's between you and some poor bastard whose wife you're gonna turn into a widow, brother, you are going down. And then Michael Mann cuts back to the esteemed gentleman at the end of the sofa.
What if you do got me boxed in? I'm not gonna put you down. We've been face to face. Yeah. But I will not hesitate. Not for a second. That's my... This is so meta. I feel like I've gone into a parallel universe where
You're playing all these parts.
Yes, I apologize.
No, that's great.
Yeah, I did an impression of Ken Branagh.
That was my favorite scene. in the
Was it
movie.
your favorite scene?
Yeah.
It's a
Still?
great...
Yeah.
Now, listen, Tom Hanks, you're famous for being lovely to fans. That you're very nice, you go see it.
I try to be.
Yeah, no, you're very good.
I try
And
to
David,
be.
you're a big fan, but someone else in your family is also a very big fan.
Yes, my mum's a big fan. And we were in a restaurant at the River Cafe probably about 7 years ago. And my mum had drunk a bit too much and she suddenly felt a bit ill. And I led her outside to the tables and you were sat at one of the tables.
Oh.
And she stopped dead and I had to sort of drag her like you would a donkey on a beach away from her. She was so excited to see you.
Well, how ill was she? Otherwise, she could have stopped
may have
by.
thrown up over
Well,
you.
that would
She's here tonight.
Yeah, and let me see if I can figure out who she is.
I can see her already. She's blushing, she's smiling. Look at her, look at her. She's,
Oh, my...
Look at her, she's
Listen,
gearing to
no,
go.
Come here, love. Come here, darling. I see you. Give her some loving now. Give her some sugar. There you are. Have you been drinking? You haven't been drinking, anything. You're totally sober. Have you been smoking? No, you haven't been smoking. All right, all right. She's a good mom, isn't she? Look at your boy. Are you not proud of your lad down there?
I'm very proud.
42 million books have been sold. One of these days, he just might win an Oscar. Very lovely, very lovely.
Made her like that. Thank you so much, that's so kind of you.
She's a good mom. You got a very good mom.
Very good.
He says that. Maybe no respect for your mother.
So, would you go up for just matching some pictures of otters?
Yeah, I return the favour,
And then it'll go really viral, and it'll be great.
Like,
It'll be amazing.
and people are like, the viral pictures of me and an otter will go and see a film about a violent gangster.
Yeah. Yay! You know how this works.
Yeah.
sort of scared of otters.
Lots of
Not
guns.
that you won't be... Well, actually, this first otter, I'm afraid, does explore...
violent?
It's the dark side of the otter kingdom. This is angry otter. It makes you love otter. Can you do that? Can you... Can we try it? It's good. It's good. Excellent. Okay. This next one is also a slightly aggressive otter. It's a bit fisty. It's a bit like... Yada. Other way. These are good. These are good. Now, they start to get more challenging.
I hope I
start to get more
before.
challenging. What the hell? Can you attempt that?
Yeah. Okay.
So tongue that way, yeah.
A mirror thing. So I go to that one. It's the other way. Okay, this is really weird.
Very good. Now, this is an opportunity for... This is an opportunity...
Is this a casting for my next role as an otter?
No, you're in it. You're the star. Yeah. This is an opportunity for myself and Johnny to channel our inner otter. This is a nice 3-shot. If you lean in, I'll lean in.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'll lean in.
Oh, to me?
Yes, you're in the middle. You're in the middle.
Wait, what's the face on the other?
Okay. Adorable. Now, so we got that's right. But then we found this picture. We found this picture of an otter. Well, look at this. Okay. Look at this. Now, what you need to let's have a close-up of the face of it. You've never seen a happier creature on planet Earth. Look how happy this otter is with his new teddy bear.
The teddy bear doesn't look very happy.
No, the teddy bear is quite depressed. I've been given to a mammal. I sent out the command. I picked up my phone and I went, we'll need a big teddy bear. Now, however, the word big is quite relative.
Yeah.
They've gone with a really enormous teddy bear.
Really?
And so it's over there.
Wow. Right, this is
This is just... Don't be funny, don't be funny. It's all right, it's all right. Ready? It's really...
Isn't that amazing?